Hey everyone, it's Lisa Morton here with yet another installment of Halloween History 101. And in case you are thinking, what could be left? Yesterday was Halloween. Well, we have talked about Samhain, but we haven't talked about a couple of other holidays that play into the history of Halloween. Halloween is kind of the odd offspring of two parents and one crazy aunt. The two parents are Samhain, the original Celtic celebration of New Year's and summer's end, and a Catholic observation called All Saints' Day. Now, to illustrate All Saints' Day, I've pulled this from my collection. This is a print of a painting called La Toussaint, or All Saints' Day, by the artist Emile Friant. This was painted in 1888, but this still gives us a good idea of how All Saints' Day is celebrated, still celebrated this way in many parts of the world. What you see here is a family coming into a cemetery. The family is carrying some flowers, and they probably have a few other things that we can't quite see in the painting. They're probably going to stop and donate a few coins to this lady here, and then they're going to go into the cemetery and they're going to clean and decorate the graves of their loved ones. So, All Saints' Day is indeed still celebrated that way in many parts of the world. In fact, there are areas in Europe in particular where they may celebrate Halloween the way we know it on October 31st, and the next day on November 1st, they will go to a grave and they will clean it and decorate it and think of their loved ones. So, in case you're wondering, well, how did this come to get mixed up with Samhain? That happened around 740 AD when Pope Gregory III moved the date of an existing celebration of the saints from May 13th to November 1st. Now, there is still a lot of conjecture about why he moved this. We're not even totally clear on that. Some people think it was because they had brought in the harvest in the late fall. They had a lot of food in the Vatican and in Rome that they could use to feed pilgrims. So if they had pilgrims coming in for this saint celebration, they'd be able to take care of them. I am not in that camp. I believe that the Catholic Church was likely practicing their doctrine of syncretism, which was something they were putting into great effect at the time. This was the idea that they were far more successful in converting who they thought of as pagans all over the world by co-opting their existing celebrations or their existing temples or rituals instead of just trying to crush these things. Now, they were at the time sending missionaries up to Ireland to try and convert the Celts, and I believe that when they saw how popular Samhain was with the Celts, that's why they moved the date of All Saints' Day. Now, I mentioned earlier that Halloween is the crazy offspring of two parents, Samhain and All Saints' Day, and a crazy aunt. That crazy aunt is All Souls Day, November 2nd, which is also Dia de los Muertos. We are going to finish off this series of videos with that tomorrow. In the meantime, I hope you had a great Halloween and are enjoying any post-Halloween sales today, and will perhaps follow All Saints' Day and Dia de los Muertos traditions and think of your loved ones. Thanks for following along.